The honourable member for Dartmouth North.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Premier. For several months, our caucus has been pressing this government on progress towards the overdue targets in the Environmental Goals and Sustainable Prosperity Act. Recently, we were delivered a rude update when we learned that Efficiency Nova Scotia has cancelled its mercury recycling program. Mercury-filled light bulbs will now head to the landfill instead. The reason given is that the legislated targets have been met by Nova Scotia Power, and there are no new targets in sight. Mr. Speaker, what other programs are headed to the landfill now that we are several months and counting without new environmental goals on the books?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
I thank the member for that question. Certainly any time we talk about what gets into the environment, it's important for Nova Scotians to realize that there are substances out there that we need to protect the environment from, mercury being one of them. There are programs out there now, certainly through our municipal HHW sites, where residents can take their mercury to. Also, there are some private sector initiatives where we see thermostats, that thermostats can actually also be recycled. It's surprising to a lot of Nova Scotians, actually, when you raise the topic that there even still is mercury out there. It is being banned in CCFs, and within time, it will be a part of the stream that will eventually disappear, but I appreciate the opportunity to raise the opportunity to express that if anybody does have mercury, go to their HHW sites at their municipal offices.
The honourable member for Dartmouth North.
Mr. Speaker, last session, our caucus submitted a comprehensive list of amendments to the Sustainable Development Goals Act, asking for measurable targets for renewable energy, local food procurement, green job creation, and electric transportation, among others. They were all rejected. This week in Committee of the Whole House on Supply, we learned that the government cannot report on its local food procurement and local farm production goals because it hasn't really been keeping that information and has no baseline data to use. Mr. Speaker, these are targets that were written into law. Why can't this government give us basic updates on our progress toward addressing the climate crisis and environmental sustainability?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
I thank the member for the question. I think at this point in time, we should stand here very proud that we have some of the most aggressive targets in greenhouse gas emissions. We lead the country in waste diversion. We've just banned plastics. We have one of the most aggressive pieces of legislation in our Sustainable Development Goals legislation. And around that, the points that she's making are very, very valid. We are working very aggressively at this point in time, preparing for consultation. What we want to do is hear from Nova Scotians on what they feel is important that should go into that legislation. We will continue to lead the country. We are being seen by people like the Suzuki Foundation as leaders in this country in what we're doing. And we will continue as Nova Scotians to set that goal and keep that bar high for other provinces to follow. Thank you.